Hey guys, so today is a new day, and it is the start of a series known as Repreviews, or me reviewing movies that I just currently watched in the theater the day of. Which leads me into this video, which is my review of the movie I just saw about an hour ago, got back, which was known as Acts of Valor. If you're looking for a movie with a great plot, this isn't it, but this movie is very basic. It takes place filming the events of a Navy SEAL platoon. If you don't know what a Navy SEAL is, it's America's like top military branch, land, sea, and water, land, sea, and air. They do it all. That's what Navy SEALs is, the hardest branch to get into within the military. And it is basic. They have to go into perform an extraction, and they extract the person. They find out more that the person behind the kidnapping of this woman is planning a jihad in American soil. I mean, it's a basic plot. But the most interesting thing about this film was because it was filmed by, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, by an directed and filmed by ex-Navy SEALs. The movie was based on real-life events. At the end of the movie, I was shocked to see that the movie was dedicated to Navy SEALs who had fallen in the line of duty. After 2001, I mean, a massive list of people who had fallen, so that was a bit surprising. But the movie was dedicated to them, and it was based on real-life events. In terms of acting, it was solid. I mean, they're Navy SEALs. They're supposed to be rough, tough, and emotionless. That's who they are. But it also really showed you the side of the family of people in the military, specifically Navy SEALs, and how they have kids of their own and what the wife has to go through on loving her husband and knowing that her husband could not come back from combat. The cinematography was probably the most favorite thing about this movie, mainly because of how it was filmed. It did something that Doom failed to do correctly. If you've seen the movie Doom, don't see it. It's a terrible movie. But in the movie Doom, they did the whole first-person's perspective with the gun. They did this several times throughout the film. Not a whole lot, but several times. And they did it correctly where it was intense and it felt real. That's the thing about this movie. It's not your typical Hollywood action movie. This is legitimate. I mean, this is like the closest you're going to get to seeing a movie on what military combat is like, I believe. I mean, I've never been in military combat. I believe this is the closest representation you're going to get in a movie, that is. And considering the movie's directed by Navy SEAL people and Navy SEALs worked on this movie, I think it's pretty accurate and pretty close. What else? The end of the movie was probably my favorite. The end of the movie really stood out to me, mainly because the end quote, and I'm paraphrasing here, was something to the liking of, don't let your past and pain define you. Use your past and your pain to give you strength and become a stronger person in the future. And that quote hit home for me, mainly because of some of the stuff I've had to go through my life, although it's nothing to the extreme of a Navy SEAL. But this movie actually gave me more respect for our military. It really did. I mean, I had respect to begin with, but it really just gave me a perspective on what the families have to go through and what combat is really like. Unlike your typical Hollywood crap shoot-'em-up movies, which are just, all acted and screenplayed. I mean, this was, obviously, but it's not the same. If you like the movie Black Hawk Down, you're going to like this movie. If you like the movie Saving Private Ryan, you're going to like this movie. I personally thought it was better than both of those two movies, but that's just my opinion. So if I could rate this movie 4 out of 5 out of... No edits in this video. If I could rate this video, I would rate it a 4 out of 5. So that's a relatively high rating. Obviously, a 5 is the best, but it was a very good film. I recommend it. It's rather violent, so if you have a soft stomach, then you probably wouldn't want to see some of the stuff that happens. But anyway, nonetheless, I'm Mr. Repsian, also known as Daniel Sulzbach. If you would like more of these reviews of movies that I have currently seen, let me know in the comments below, and I will make more of them. Thanks for watching. Peace the Rep out.